Hey, what's up? John Shred here, and today I'm doing a motherboard swap. I have this Asus X570. It's a TUF gaming with Wi-Fi. I've been using it for, I don't know, probably a year. I do have a video I'll toss up here of me when I did that original install. It's been a great motherboard, but I have decided to upgrade to the X570 Crosshair 8 Dark Hero. So you may be asking why I'm doing that. I'm still thinking about doing some water cooling. And my options for water cooling with this motherboard are better. I see there's a bunch of mono blocks out there I can get for it. It's a bit higher end motherboard. I was able to get it for pretty cheap. I'm going to take my old motherboard, which you can see in my system there, and I'll take it out and put it into another system. So stay tuned. Let me rejig things around so I get my PC and we'll start taking it apart. Okay, so I have the system down here. Just to go over a quick review of what's in here. There's a 3080 Strix right now with a 5900X CPU. And I have this quite large 360mm Arctic Freezer 2 all in one. So, I mean, the trick here is I'm just gonna take this out, disconnect it, take the video card out, set it aside. Hopefully I can just take the motherboard out, take my, my 2TB Samsung Pro hard drive out of it, and literally put the new motherboard in. So yeah. Let me go ahead and take a bit of this apart, and then we can chat about the specific steps. Okay, everything is pretty much disconnected, all the cables. The only thing I have to do is disconnect the all-in-one cooler from the CPU. Last time I did this, the CPU actually came out of the motherboard. It pulled it right out with the socket. So let's hope I can give it maybe a better twist. I did receive a comment in my last video recommending that if I turn the machine on and it's warm, the less likely that it'll stick because it's kind of more gooey. So thank you very much for the comment. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off now, and then hopefully I can just take the motherboard out quite easily. Okay, all 4 screws are out, so let me see if I can wiggle it, and we'll see what happens here. Ha! Success. Great. I will clean that up later, and the CPU, I should be able to keep that on its side right there. Okay, this is great. Let me take the screws out of the motherboard. I should be able to take this out, and then we can start to put the new one in. Okay, all the screws came out great except one of them, and I think it actually unscrewed the peg, the stand as well. So let me see. Oh, forgetting one back here. Ta-da. Okay. Pretty tight with the cooler in there. Okay. Oh, there we go. And I was right. Yeah, one of the stands came out kind of with it. There you go. You can see it. Yeah. So I'll fix that. With a pair of pliers later. Okay. This can go back in there. We have our back plate. Okay, let me push this one aside. I will clean off the CPU and grab the new motherboard. It should be pretty easy peasy. I'll move over the CPU and then we'll slap it back in, change the AIO port in the front here, and replace that peg in the bottom. So yeah, looking good so far. Hey, what's up? I realize I'm in the middle of editing this footage and it looks like my lapel mic stopped recording for the full second half of the video. So I apologize in advance. It's using the microphone that's on the camera. Please stay tuned. I mean, this is a good opportunity. If you're liking this video, please leave a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. So, but stay tuned. Here's the second half. Okay. I might have lost my upper camera in this process, but other motherboard is out. Here is the new one. CPU is cleaned, all in one. Everything's cleaned off with some rubbing alcohol. So yeah, here is the new motherboard. Asus did a really good job with their case. It kind of has this like, it's a slick looking motherboard. I will agree. So yeah, let me take off these two brackets because I don't need them anymore because I'll be using the all-in-one. Let me pop out the which way is this? Pop out this guy, which goes with that motherboard. So yeah, let me take a few of these pieces off. Okay. Every time I do this, I have the thought of, can I put the back plate on first before I put the motherboard in? And it's just this weird, like, I mean, I could try and struggle, put it on here and then connect this guy. But I think I'm gonna do just like last time. I'll get the motherboard in, flip the case up, probably tape it some way, and then do it. If you have or know a really good way to hold this backplate on, or which order to do it in, guys, I'm learning as well. People comment all the time. I mean, please help me learn. I'm in this together. I'm just trying to record it and go through the whole process with you. So I appreciate you watching and coming along with me. Okay, let me get this guy out. I may need, what I don't have, are these plates the same? They are identical. Okay, so I can keep the other plate. That motherboard. Okay, let me put this guy down for a second. hopefully under here, there's a bunch of screws. I did buy this used, by the way. I did not pay the $700 for it new. So I hope it works. There is, it's great. I would like goodies manual, might need that later. Oh, I have a receipt. $524.99. Yeah, that's not what I paid. I ended up getting used for $350, so not bad. Okay, where is the AIO port for the motherboard? Is it not here? No! No! Oh, I think it's on it. Hold on. Yeah, it's already on there. Whew. Saved by the bell. Cool. I guess you just slap it in. Okay. Yay. Let's see if I can get this working with all of these fun cables. Okay, I think we look okay. Let's do a quick walk around. Make sure that looks good. It looks great. Okay, let's put some of these screws back in.
Hard to believe that anything's worth it.
Okay, motherboard is in. I was able to swap in CPU, and I also pulled the hard drive, which I forgot to pull out of the other motherboard, and put that into the slot here. Interesting enough, I had it over here in the Asus TUF because it is the only slot that has a heatsink on it. And the other motherboard, I'm not sure if you noticed, this one does not have a heatsink, so I mean you can buy whatever NVMe cards with drives with heatsinks on them, so you have to do that with the TUF. Because this is a higher end board, it comes with two heatsinks, which is great. So next step, I'm going to connect a bunch of these cables just to make sure. Next step, I'm going to connect the all-in-one. Let me grab some liquid silver, and we'll see if we get that connected. Once that's connected, I'll reconnect all of the cables. Make sure we have everything connected in the right spots, and then slap the RAM back in, throw in the video card, and I think we are good to go. Now, thankfully, because this is a direct swap from an X570 to another X570 chipset, I'm sure my computer should just boot up and everything will be perfectly normal. When I did it with an X470 to a 570, it also worked beautifully, so I'm very happy. I'm not sure if that'll be the same when Zen 4 comes out. You know, I went Zen 3 to Zen 3. When Zen 4 comes out, who knows? So stay tuned. When Zen 4 comes out, we will try it and see if my computer blows up. Okay, let me work on getting this all-in-one and the back plate connected, and then I will bore you through all the cable connecting. Once that's done, we have things in a good place. I'll meet you back here. grab my trusty tape. This is one of the only times where you'll see me use an actual screwdriver. My trusty drill is a bit too powerful. One more. Starting to tighten up. That one's done. That one's done. That one's done. That's it. Done. Okay. Amazing. Okay, the all-in-one cooler is reconnected. A little bit of silver on there. Wipe that off. Get something to wipe it down with. Okay, that's there. Let me reconnect some of the cables. It will slap the RAM in, slap the GPU in, and we are pretty much good to go. So here, watch as I finagle with all the spots. I hope that the location of the cables is similar to the other one. Didn't really check that before. I'm not too worried. I think this motherboard has a lot more fan headers and RGB headers anyway. So let's do it. Okay, next step, I'm just worried I forgot some of these cables, but I think I have all of them. And most locations were perfect. Everywhere there was a cable, everything aligned really well. Yeah, really no issue. That's probably the bonus of sticking with Asus. I mean, everything's in the same spot, which is really nice. So I'm gonna grab the GPU. In. Let's reconnect these.
Don't be afraid of falling, 'cause you know we gon' fly.
Okay, I think we're done. Everything is connected. Here, let me boot it up with you. I'll move it around so you can see it. And I don't have a monitor so we can post, but I mean, at least it'll boot up, should turn on, we should get a beep, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Trust tape. Didn't have to reroute any cables, which is really, really nice. That looks pretty cool. We have more around here. Let me go get one. Be right back. Okay. I went and grabbed the smallest, crappiest monitor I have, just to see if we can do a quick test with it. I have connected everything in. Everything is good and solid. Everything is in. Let's turn on. Okay, power supply is turned on. We are already seeing the ROG lights. That's great. Let's turn it on. Oh, the one thing I didn't know and didn't connect was the power button. So here, let me look at the manual. I couldn't find the exact 2 pins that it was, so give me a second. Manuals are important. Okay, let's try this again. Lights on the motherboard, camera, action. Haha! Oh, you got a little bit of coolant in the all-in-one. Come on, let's hear a post beep. Come on. Okay, it is booting up. Can you read that? I cannot read that from this angle. Oh, what is it saying? Memory 32 gig running at 2400 speed. Yeah, that's normal. Okay, so let's go F1. Boop. Okay, so here we go. Everything is connected. We'll probably want to go over to tweaker and increase the frequency of the RAM. So performance BIOS settings, cool. You know, there's a whole lot more in here that I haven't seen. This is awesome. It's booted. I am happy. I think this is considered a success. I'm gonna mess with these settings and tweak them later. I now have a new motherboard. Thanks for joining. Stay tuned. I'm now that I have this motherboard, I'm one step closer to creating a custom loop. So I still don't know if I'm gonna use this case yet. I have realized that I cannot fit a 420mm radiator in the front, even though I did move those fans. There just isn't enough room because of the connectors on the top here. So I may have to switch cases, we'll see. But my next video, I will probably be taking the motherboard, the Asus X570 TUF that I took out, and installing that into another system so that I can sell it. So stay tuned and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want to follow along. Thanks.
Shut the gates, forget us now. Tides are changing.